Hey, today I am going to present the masterpiece of manga that I find in this world. Men don't chase women. They run. Damn. If I were in this world, my ball sack gonna be working overtime. This name of manga. In this world, one man exists for every 20 women and the women know it. This world operates on reversed common sense. Women possess overwhelming libidos and hunt men like carnivores. Men, meanwhile, are scarce prey. The gender ratio is a staggering 1 man to every 20 women. Ichise Ikoto has lived in this world for 15 years. At first glance, it sounds like a fantasy. In reality, it's a constant high-alert situation for any male. Ikoto remembers his childhood clearly, especially the day he wandered off in a shopping mall while his mother was distracted. The moment women noticed a lone little boy, they swarmed him. Some even invited him back to their homes. He escaped, barely. His mother scolded him harshly afterward, drilling into him the danger of wandering alone. Because of incidents like that, Ikoto was forced to complete middle school through home education. But now, things are different. Today marks his entrance into high school. Ikoto believes his time has come. Cute girls, popularity, a pampered life at last. That illusion shatters instantly. The other boys, Tanaka and Takahashi included, are visibly terrified. They rush to leave school as quickly as possible, muttering about how scary women are. In this world, men have become timid herbivores. Ikoto can't relate. By his old world standards, there's no reason to refuse an invitation from a girl. Suddenly, 2 girls step forward, commanding the crowd to back off. The women freeze instantly. These girls are male guardians, students appointed to protect boys so they can live normal school lives. They serve as mediators between aggressive women and frightened men. Once the guardians intervene, the boys flee in tears, grateful for the rescue. The guardians apologize to the crowd, announcing their shift is over. Ikoto learns that male guardian has a double meaning. They are guardians of men, but they also embody a cool, masculine charm. In fact, they're often more handsome than actual boys. Ikoto can't help wondering why girls chase ordinary guys when guardians like these exist. Feeling bold, Ikoto asks a few girls if they want to hang out after school. They immediately panic. They explain they can't interfere with the pairing between Ikoto and Tosaka Rui. He should just date him already. Ikoto is baffled. Same-gender romance is accepted here, but Rui is a man, and Ikoto wants a beautiful girl. Left alone in the classroom, Ikoto checks his reflection. Styled black hair, built abs. He remembers how popular he was at enrollment, but now the room is empty. Maybe that pampered life was just wishful thinking. Since boys aren't allowed to go home alone, Ikoto goes to find Rui. He spots him surrounded by girls. Tosaka Rui is breathtaking. Silver hair, long lashes, prince-like features, and slightly taller than Ikoto. Everyone knows him. Rui excuses himself politely and joins Ikoto, apologizing for being late. Ikoto calls him a lucky jerk. Rui sighs, admitting that constant attention is exhausting. Rui worries about Ikoto. He notices how easily Ikoto talks to girls, unlike most boys. He asks, quietly, if he can keep protecting Ikoto from right by his side. Ikoto is momentarily stunned by Rui's beauty. Standing next to him makes Ikoto feel painfully ordinary. Pouting slightly, Ikoto mutters that Rui is too perfect. Rui gently tells him that being by his side should be enough, isn't it? Ikoto smiles. Having Rui beside him is more than enough. Rui blushes faintly, muttering that Ikoto says dangerous things without realizing it. They head to a cafe famous for its hamburger steaks. Rui messages his family to let them know he'll be late. Privately, he vows not to let any perverts near Ikoto. After dinner, Ikoto thinks Rui is the one who needs protection. Rui teases Ikoto about how reckless he used to be, chatting up every girl without boundaries. Ikoto is mortified, begging him never to mention it again. Ikoto reflects that he reincarnated into this world as a baby after nearly graduating high school in his previous life. That's why his common sense is different. Rui quizzes him on Guardian Protocol. Ikoto answers correctly. Lone men risk being harassed or abducted. They intervene when a girl aggressively pressures a man. Rui calmly shuts it down, explaining such behavior can traumatize men. The girl apologizes and flees. Working as a pair makes everything smoother. Ikoto admits Rui understands him better than anyone. Rui just wants Ikoto to stop wandering off. A rescued man thanks them, but suddenly panics when he notices Rui's uniform detail and runs away. They part at Ikoto's home. Rui waves goodbye, already dreading the distance. Once home, Rui undresses and removes a chest binder. She stares at herself in the mirror. Rui is a girl. She wonders what Ikoto would think if he knew the truth. She wants him, and only him, to accept her. In this world, men prefer slender, petite, flat-chested women because they feel less threatened. That's why guardians cross-dress. Rui's true body is the opposite of the ideal. Her phone buzzes. Ikoto is out. At a supermarket, Ikoto casually shops for chips, surrounded by stunned girls. Rui appears, claiming coincidence, and insists on escorting him home. Ikoto brags about surviving alone. Rui warns him not to get complacent. Then Ikoto notices her chest. He blurts it out. Rui panics internally. She forgot the binder. Before she can explain, Ikoto accuses her of cross-dressing as a girl to teach him a lesson. She calls him an idiot. Ikoto admits she looks cute like that. Rui freezes. She steps closer, asking if he really means it. He does. She smiles, deciding it's okay if only Ikoto knows her true self. At home, Ikoto is lectured by his overprotective cousin, Ichi Kuno, a middle school guardian. Kuno admits he'd hate the entire world if Ikoto were harmed. Ikoto thanks him. At dinner, Ikoto's mother tells him that kindness requires awareness. Words can destroy relationships. Ikoto laughs it off. Back at school, Rui watches Ikoto sleep. She remembers her past, being called a giant, binding her chest, becoming someone else just to survive. Meeting Ikoto changed everything. He smiled at her. He wasn't afraid. And now, life is never boring with him around. She knows she's exactly the kind of girl he's searching for, and she would do anything for him. That's end of the manga. This manga only has 2 chapters. Thanks you for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more contents.